Hello and thanks for joining me. Today I'd just like to run through the XP DEUS II notch feature. Now the notch feature isn't just on the RC, it's on the headphone controller as well, the WS6 headphone controller, when it's used as a standalone unit. Now unlike discrimination, whereas if you reject something on discrimination you reject everything below the said level, the notch is a sliding window, so it can be used to eliminate just one particular target. So let's just run through the factory default programs and I'll show you how to tell if they have a notch feature enabled. So here we're looking at the General 1 program, and as you can see there we've got the top bar and a part of it is greyed out, and that's because our discrimination is 10, and this top greyed out area refers to discrimination 10. So let's just have a run through the other factory programs and see what we've got. Now here you can see on the sensitive program there's your discrimination and there's a tiny little bit there, and that's telling us we've got some notch in this factory program. Sensitive full tones, it's telling us there's no discrimination but there's a slight piece of notch. Fast once again, and park, you can see there you've got discrimination and a little bit more notch, and here's how to see how much notch is there. So we go into discrimination, expert, scroll down, and you can see the park program is using notch 23 to 36. Now this can be adjusted or it can be turned off and saved as a custom program if you don't want the notch. But 23 is kind of salt water, the wet ground, the halo effect. 36 is started to eliminate very small foil. So it's ideal to do a custom notch setting if you can. Let's go one more. Deep high conductor, there's no notch. DEUS mono, no notch. Goldfield and relic, no notch. Diving, nothing. Beach and beach sensitive, there's nothing there. Now the general mode doesn't use any notch. Let's assign some notch to it. Let's say Coke comes in at between 25 and 27. Let's notch out that target ID range. So we go menu, discrimination, expert, and we're in the notch feature. Hit expert again and we've got the notch bands. I like to adjust the second one first, but it'll default at the second number first. The second number is your highest number, which will be 27. So let's hit the plus button and go all the way up to 27. You can see 27 there on the screen, look, flashing. So we want to now activate this number. So if we press the arrow, that number starts flashing again. So let's go up to number 25 with that one. 25 to 27. So let's go back and there's our notch range, 25 to 27, and go back, and you can see the tiny sliver of notch in the top of the screen there. So if you wanted to adjust notch, you can do it as and when you feel necessary. And to remove notch, you just go expert and then just hit the minus key and your notch is off. So as you saw there, we went into the expert menu, didn't we, to adjust the fine notch, but there is another notch feature and it's what I call a coarse notch. So we don't need to go into the expert menu for that. We just press the plus button. So watch what happens to the notch numbers when I just keep pressing the plus button. Here we go. So we've gone up to number 7 and we've introduced a starting point at 1. So we've got notch from 1 to 7. And as we go up, it changes. So if we wanted to quickly reject that Coke range, we can just go from 21 to 27 just by pressing the plus button. But obviously if we wanted to adjust it as a fine notch, we hit the expert button and we adjust the range from there. So that's the RC controller notch. What about the headphones? So here we go, let's boot the headphones up by pressing the minus button, and the headphones will start off. Obviously I've had to turn off the RC because once the RC is on, the headphones become the receiver, so there's no menu adjustments in it. So here we go, we're in the headphone menu now, general 1, and let's assign some notch to it. So we press the menu button and we're into the discrim, a long press to get to the discrim expert feature, scroll down until we see the notch feature. So it's 0, 0 there, as you can see. So let's put it at 27. So we press the plus button and that'll start flashing, and we hit the plus button there until we get to 27. There it is. So now we need to assign the left hand notch, the introduction number. So press and hold that quickly and your second number will start flashing, and let's go up to 25 on that. There we go, nearly there, 25, and that's absolutely perfect. Hit the back button. So now we've introduced 25 to 27 notch range, so we can knock out that nasty coke using just the headphone menu. Of course you can notch out other targets such as foil or troublesome targets like aluminium tubes if they all come in at the same target ID number. But beware, if you do reject an unwanted target, try and think of what wanted targets are in that sort of range, because you will eliminate certain good targets if you're eliminating certain unwanted targets. It's physics really. So don't go out into the field thinking I'm going to reject foil, I'm going to reject ring pulls and expect to find hammered coins, because they do fall within that range. But if you're just searching for the high conductive targets, why not? Right then guys, that's it. That's my little talk about the DEUS II notch feature. Thanks for watching once again. It's been emotional, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.